What the Oh, shoot. What up, y'all? It's your boy T. How the frick am I late on this, man? I thought I checked Serbia every day. Apparently, I don't. My only communication to the online world is Instagram DMs. And I'm still late on it. The release date for Legends A is here. And, I'll give you claps, Game Freak. They cooking. So they made it line up with the famous X and Y release date. The only games that came out in October. The first worldwide release. That's why in the trailer they said releasing simultaneously worldwide. Obviously, freaking releasing worldwide simultaneously. That's what they've been doing. They did it just to line it up with X and Y being the first one. And they're staying true to it. So when they didn't have a release date, they had well already finished the game. And this gets scary when you think about the Terror Leaker, who's like, bro, I played the game. Now that gives more credence to it. Who freaking knows what's going on with that? I swear I was going to record a video yesterday, and then I looked online, there's nothing. Pokemon. Oh my gosh, there's... What? There's the cover! I'm so fricked! There's mad news! Yo, why do I have got no internet? Give me the picture. Pokemon Legends Z will launch on October 16, 2025. The frick, there's an Amazon, dude. What are you doing? It's like 6 a.m. Dude, let me record my video. I saw him toss it. He tossed the package, bro. You're F. You're not on camera, but... Bro, can I load the photo? This was my internet back in X and Y day. This makes no sense. You know the video I put up yesterday? I was looking for a box art of Legend ZA. That's why I put the placeholder one. I mean, I woke up in a different world today. This is not what was happening yesterday in the world I'm from. There was nothing happening. Okay, I've sorted it out. Dude, this is the artwork for it? Let me see, bro. Who the frick is that? Dang, bro, there's megas all over the place. Y'all running away? Obviously, right there. That's freaking Turo. Turo's... I know that's Turo, dog. Turo hitting on new chicks in the future. That's why I went to the future. The freaking mega ring? Yo, is that a Rotom-ass face building? Yo, there's so much going on. Totodile on the back? Oh, a Zygarde cell. Yo, so Zygarde like watching throughout the story. Okay, you just put megas all over the place. What the frick is that? I don't even know what that one is. So this is a hint for the story. Zygarde is watching you throughout. He's not like sleeping and only gonna appear at the end. Bro, is Zygarde the villain or not? Okay, this is crazy. So the release date is October 16, 2025. Any idea what this could be? Bro, it looked like some flower crap. Why is the graphic so ass? Zygarde new form? What, a perverted form? I thought Zygarde right here. Thanks, Zygarde. You getting some weird ass forms. I can't believe the cover. That's the cover? Oh, great. Switch 2 edition. So that's how we can tell them apart. Does this have anything to do with the story? Because why are we at the start of our adventure? And who is this with a Mega Lucario? That kind of look like Gloria. It's not, but the Sun and Moon girl. I mean, the freaking Sword and Shield girl. She just in Kalos beating up the new trainer. I freaking wish y'all cross your crap over. And then the final nail in the coffin. They actually have a plan for news. They really doing a low hype season, a weak energy hype season, hoping to transition. I see what Game Freak is doing. Game Freak, when the frick did you announce Pokemon Presents this far in the future? You would announce them like a week beforehand. This is showing Game Freak's cards. Well, not just Game Freak, but Pokemon's cards. They want to be like GTA, release a trailer for the whole freaking season. This is them freaking showing their cards right here. They intentionally wanted to minimize their hype season, which, for us at least, gives us more cookies when the game comes out because we know literally nothing. And we know they have a freaking finished product and probably been had it. Taking 2 years to develop this entry and then showing us no trailers, which you could even show us as trailers, you know? You don't even have to show trailers. You understand how to do a hype season? Okay, let's not yell at them. They've given us something. Oh, high quality. Okay, now let's see what the frick that is. Oh. What the frick it? Oh, it's a steel. Bro, it's a freaking Steelix pervertedly just looking at the battle. What, you want to fight the Salamence? Why does this look like something happens in the game that just makes Pokemon go crazy and forcefully Mega Evolve? Like, why there's so many Megas out, and who are you? Wait. No, that's not Glory. That's a random, like, Ace Trainer. I don't know what this is. Dedenne taking a piss at the stop for. Helioptile everywhere. Wow. They legit changed up their cover. I like it. So this and Legends Arceus don't show any legendaries on the cover, which does us a favor of hiding what the freaking boss is, right? You buy Sapphire at the store, you're like, okay, Kyogre's on the cover. We don't know what the frick the climax is here. And even Zygarde, which is in the final artwork, is missing from the covers. You know, he's cut off. And this is purely for psychological reasons by Game Freak, but they tried as much to make it purely different from Legends Arceus. That one was very open and in broad daylight. This one is a nighttime cover with a bunch of Pokemon on screen, an actual battle happening. This is madness. Okay, let's see what the smart internet's saying. Is it just me or is this Irida's descendant? I'm freaking down. She don't got a descendant, right? Irida and Adamant don't have a descendant. If she's like the Pokemon professor of the game, you know, if that means she's like Sycamore's daughter or something, I'm gassed. This entry is gonna be so insane, bro. Oh my god, that art is fantastic. I love the atmosphere of the city at night and Lucario Mega Evolving. Are you just describing it to us? Speaking of that Lucario, its trainer really reminds me of Emma from X and Y. Oh my gosh. I've seen a picture of Emma and I guess it does. I just never did the post game to know. I do remember Mega Apps having 2 wings. Freaking, it does, dog. You made me look this up. Yeah, Goon has 2 wings. That is a crazy design. I want to see this quietly, but imagine Absol just evolved into that. And you could just use that. It's a freaking dark flying type. You know? Mega evolve it later. Not the mysterious character. I'm freaking down. I'm down! Listen, Legends Arceus had the sick plot twist of Volo. There ain't never been something that hit as hard. And we know in the freaking presentation Monster and Crab did, it wasn't Monster, it was just Game Freak, that the Legends game was directed at the older audience. I believe. I freaking forgot the leaks already. So stuff like that Volo plot twist, that's what we gonna see in this. Let me try to find this man. Yo, there's definitely someone there with a freaking like suit on. Please, let there be a Volo in this game. I don't mean Volo himself. Just something that kicks my ass. Who dis? Also, it seems to imply we get our Mega Ring at the very start of our adventure. Any clues to what this thing on the roof is? Not any known Mega Evolution. I can't be laughing, bro. I was right in those shoes. I wonder what this is. Yo, you're so freaking forgettable, Steelix. Who is that tall, mysterious person under the ball toy antenna? Oh, that's a ball toy? Bruh. She just freaking crapped her pants. What the frick's going on? This is the city, guys. You can't be fighting. Our main character looking so sick. Why there 2 of them? Are both in the game? Okay. All in all, this cover doesn't have to mean anything, right? It doesn't mean it's an actual thing that's going to happen at the start of the game. But I would love so much for Pokemon to hit you with that realism. So you start your journey. You get your Mega Ring in your starter. And you meet a strong-ass trainer, like an Elite Four. Maybe there could be an Elite Four member in Kalos that just visits Lumios, right? They whoop your ass at the start. Kind of like a freaking anime. And they freaking put the straw hat on your head. You will meet me when you're stronger. You know, why can't we have some forced loses? That sounds so stacked. You meet some champion-ass trainer. Of course, they put the Pikachu there. And they whoop your ass at the start. That hand on the right is Sonia. Oh my gosh, that would be so sick. I'm so stupid! I didn't even realize that arm wasn't the main character's. Wait, that legit could be Sonia's. Hey, Game Freak, this is it. It's freaking happening. Remember I said they're gonna finally be able to cross over and tell a macro story? We already have like a 2025 journey where all the stars are mixed together. And it's happening like right now. I imagine this game happens in 2025. versus red and blue being in 1996. I don't know. They got to figure it out. He even got 96 on the shirt, so must have figure out your timeline. This means anything's on the table. This means you can get Sonia from Galler because she's investigating. She wrote her book. I guess she's a proper researcher. I was going to put her up with Briar because she also wrote a book, but I don't think Briar's investigating much. I think she's just infatuated with Heath. So let's put Briar aside. What's cool is if that's Sonia is, first off, Galler's beside Kalos, but it's continuing this general story going on. We're not just getting random Pokemon games in Alola, then Galler, then Paldea. There's something going on with the established characters. So check out Sonia. She doesn't do much in the games, is a professor. She becomes a professor at the very end. Then she gets the lab coat. It's almost like that turns into a prequel for her actually being a professor in this game. And she's done studying Dynamaxes, and now she's here studying Mega Evolution. And a stage further this can be cooler is if they try to link what these gimmicks are. You know, if there's a purpose to her studying Mega Evolution, if her Dynamax research and her trying to study the history of Galar leads her to Mega Evolution, and so she comes here. This is crazy, bro. Something like that, I'm gassed for them not to show trailers. I'm gassed to just open up the game and you see Sonia. It's really the little things you can appreciate when you're playing a game. And it's these little things that they spoil in trailers. Now again, a hype season doesn't mean trailers. There's much different ways that you can get everyone riled up without spoiling even the little things in trailers. But still, Game Freak is clocking on to how easy it is to take the fun, the wind out of something you put a lot of thought into when you easily showed it in a trailer. Which is, you know, my whole Sun and Moon critique. Sun and Moon's hype season is actually the perfect counterpart to what's going on right now. They riled up crazy hype and got a lot of sales for their 20th anniversary. Now they're gonna try to not need to clickbait, essentially. They're me now. That's not good, but you gonna fall off. Don't fall off, Pokemon. Hold up. Bro is off screen to the right. Ew, dog. He got the same code. Don't be looker. This man confusing his crap. We wake up with Amnesia and Alpha Sapphire. They need like 6 other games. Nah, bro. This man too disorganized. Let him stay in the post game. Figure out your international police crap, Pokemon. I wonder if these two will be important because you don't usually have background characters in the art. Well, we don't have a usually. I only saw the trailer once, so bear with me. There better not be a new trailer, bro. The fact that these characters have unique designs means either one, they're a class in the game. So she's like a freaking last class and he's a scientist class or something. Which means they are in the game. Or 2, they're very specific designs for special characters that are going to be in the game. Like maybe she's your rival. Because that's a pretty good design. Do not make our rival us as the girl or as the boy. Of course, you cannot see new Pokemons. What do you want to see? The Enamorous equivalent floating in the sky? She has literally every hair curl besides chopping off the back part. All right, you be right. I don't know who she is though. Wait, what the frick's the Pikachu hem crab? You got that from AZ? Dang, man, and AZ is somewhere in the game too. This is gonna be so gas, bro. All right, I guess if you were to have a red type character who's been around Kalos for the past 12 years, and is now in that level 80 tier, you could use her. I don't know her, man. Emma, it's strange that Mimi isn't with her. Jokes I don't get. They're back. These will 100% be this game's Spiritomb quest. I was thinking the Spiritomb was Legends Arceus' version of the Zygarde quest. This man came first. I think there's a chance you're not going around the city hunting Zygardes. 1, because they did it already, right? And 2, because Zygarde seems pretty important in this game, not on the back burner. So unless you need to forcefully take Zygarde, who's trying to monitor the region, that's why he's hiding in places, unless you're supposed to go and find all the pieces to put them together, I imagine you're not going to hunt them. They'll find something else to be the Zygarde, find 100 of them thing. Like, they'll just use another Spiritomb. Or they'll bro, you can make anything up. They'll introduce some freaking Floette that lost its rare flower. It turned into 100 petals and floated in the wind. And you have to go find these magical petals. You can make anything. Don't freaking make a Zygarde again, man. Like, I'm not even interested to do this. Alright, I'm gonna say it. This looks like fan art. Congrats, bro. All right. Everyone seems to say it's freaking Emma. I'm effed. That Chikorita's freaking dead. Why Emma gotta be so evil? If you made Emma the freaking red of this game, I will slap you. So that's it, huh? So that's it. That's the end of my freaking dopamine. This makes me gassed that the leaks could be just straight fake. If you got 27 megas leaked and you know people are looking at them, you don't seem bothered. I like this, Masuda. It was like a freaking shadow drop. I still don't know how I didn't see them. All you have to do is make this game 1% better than Legends Arceus, and it's going to be the greatest Pokemon game of all time. If Pokemon pulls this off and this game sells insanely well, they found their incredible sweet spot. Now, by the time the release date comes, we are going to have more information anyway. So we're not going to go in these games completely clueless. We're actually probably going to know who the hand belongs to. If we got it Pokemon Presents in 2 months, the point of this little shadow news drop was probably to be a teaser to that. So they want everyone to be curious what the hand thing is, what the Rotom satellite is, who this Emma looking character is, why there's megas all around. They want everyone to take note of all this, and those are what they're going to answer, along with teasing more things. So we are going to have info going into this game. In fact, that Presents might even show a new Mega Evolution or two. Who knows, bro? I know Pokemon going to be scared at some point and want to put something with impact to get people buying. Because think about it, bro. I thought I was checking my phone every day. Apparently I was not. I swear I am, man. And I missed the news, right? So people are going to be missing this if they don't hype it up enough. So the first non-Pokemon Day trailer comes in 2 months. And then we have 3 months until the release date. There's a chance there's one more trailer, maybe in October, right before the game comes out. Or a trailer every month if Pokemon is like, okay, we need to hype this up. But either way, we are going to have a general better idea of the games. We're not going to go in as blind. Depending on how they play this can work good for Pokemon as well, because sometimes when you hype up a game and the release date is in 2 years, like remember GTA, they hid the release date, people are just not going to pay attention. So Game Freak, because they knew the release date was so far, they decided, let's not show them anything. So freaking a year and a half ago, they just announced the games. They waited a whole year to just put out a mini trailer. And then there is no hype season until we get to the final 3-4 months. And then they have a small, super compact, potent hype season. Or they do nothing, who knows? If I have to be as fair as possible, it's a worthwhile strategy as well. But it only comes second to what they freaking should have done, which was the bigger hype season. Because you know what you can do? A freaking bigger hype season with the compact anyway. And you could reveal the same amount of info. You just spread the cheeks better. You spread the information better. It's very easy. Let's go to the official post. I love him. Shut up, Discord. Pass, Pokemon went woke and gender confused. Guys, don't respond to it's bait. Are you excited for this spin-off? So instead of a game designed for the Switch 2 top to bottom, it's a Switch 1 game and you have to pay extra for a little graphics boost. You guys are far more disrespectful than me. Pokemon Co knew what they were doing. That's a coincidence, dog. Something clearly would have happened in one of the October 16s. You went 300 years in the past? Are you going to be able to catch them all in this one? If not, pass. I hope you pass, bro. I'll be so sad if you freaking buy it. You don't get to play this one. This is for me. Dang, bro. I'm going to get hella more disrespectful. 30 million seller incoming. If that happens, bust it up. I'll kiss you. Now I want to see Pokemon take over the world. Imagine 5 years down the line, 100 million are coming. Imagine 100 million sales. Pokemon Ying Black, Yang White, or Pokemon Legends Kyurem. Which imagine, even a Legends Kyurem, if they keep this hype season type up, you ain't even gonna see what he look like until you play the games. The cover is just gonna be like some cave, some icy cave, with a freaking dude like this with a lamp. That's Legends Kyurem. And that would probably happen in the modern day too, but Pokemon is on a crazy path. I feel like a saint reading these. I've not even said anything too horrible. Of all the characters that could be on the cover, how is it freaking Emma, bro? Well, there's some freaking artwork cover. 12 hours ago. So freaking late. Emma's returning. Alright, I'm gonna freaking do my homework. Shank that like button, y'all. This is gas. Let's meet in 2 months. All you have to know is the next 2 months videos I post, you can skip them. They're filler.